Hello again, welcome back to the Unloved Garage channel. So, before we get into today's video and we'll show you what's going on with the Skyline, if the picture doesn't give it away, that does. I just want to show these off really quickly. So, these are coming out very, very soon. We are currently changing the website as well because TheUnlovedGarage.com is going to be coming down and that will be replaced by a brand new website, UnlovedLimited.com. That gives you a little bit of an insight into something else that's going on behind the scenes. A lot of paperwork, a lot of complicated stuff that, you know, takes time. Hats as well. Hats are coming out as well. By the time these come out, we won't need cold weather hats. We'll need warm weather hats. But again, they're also coming forward. So, without me holding up anymore, let's move on. Let's go show you what's happening with this R34. So, this is going to be quite an interesting video. Well, it feels already interesting for me for the last sort of 24 hours. But before we jump into showing you the 34, let me go back a little bit because this worked out really interestingly. 4 years ago yesterday, and now bear in mind, yesterday is when I picked the R34 up. 4 years ago to the day, yesterday, is when I bought this 33. Now, if you've seen the clips on it, or you've seen pictures on it, or anything about it, now I bought this as a very bare rolling show with a lot of the parts missing, a smashed windscreen, a completely different colour, no engine, no gearbox, nothing drivable, no brakes. To make it into what it is there took about 2 years, and it's still nowhere near finished. I'm nowhere near happy with it, and I've got the biggest love-hate relationship I've ever experienced, but that's still where I draw the line because I won't get rid of it. So 4 years later, to the very day, is the way it worked out, that I went to pick up the 34. Let me show you.
Oh my god. Oh. The back might hit the floor now. Stop!
So there you go. Now we'll show you in a little bit more depth the differences between me buying the 33 4 years ago and buying this one yesterday. This one does run, it does drive, it's got all its components front to back. It needs a bunch of work, which is obviously why I bought it, but quite happy to do that. I mean, come on, let's be honest. And the target is to get this on the road for at least this summer, definitely this summer, and then we'll see what happens after that. But it's not getting sold, it's not getting anywhere, it's staying now. That was the intention with it. As I say, there's a lot to do to get between here and now, but you'll see what I mean when I reveal my plans for it. I've already done a hell of a lot of shopping, which I might show you, might not. We'll see in a minute. Let me show you a little bit around the car before I talk too much. Alright, so in here, as I say, other than the stereo, everything is complete. It's all here. The only thing I sort of don't like so far is it needs one of my little yellow, well, not mine, little yellow air fresheners that I have in all my cars. And it needs a bigger steering wheel because that, I don't know how big it looks on camera, it's tiny. So we need to change that because that's awful. But as I say, there's a lot more work to do yet, but all these pieces, it's all there, which is really strange because in that one, cut back to the clip of the 33, it was bare, there was nothing in it. Completely different story to this one. As I say, we need a stereo there, but Even after 4 years, the 33 doesn't have a stereo in it, so we don't need one that badly. The big question is, one, does it run? As I say, it does run, it does drive, it's driven to where it's sat. It was collected on a trailer, but it could have run had it got an MOT and had I wanted to. But if you want to go around the back, I'll show you what she sounds like. And bear in mind, this is how I bought it. So it has got, I already know it has got a little bit of a misfire. Maybe some of you picked it up on the exhaust note, maybe you didn't, but I did straight away. I'm not massively worried about that because the plan is to take this engine out anyway. There's a whole lot of parts, some things that I've already got for it to make a start on it, that we need to make it what I want it to be. But in the long run, just like that, it'll work out a lot easier. The main part of that, why it took 2 years to get it on the road, was trying to find all the parts for it to make it a car. The windscreen itself was difficult enough, but as I say, this one's all intact, so this is a completely different starting point. We've got all the pieces, which need to do some repairs and make it the way that I actually want it. This is really tame compared to how I built that. That's completely different to drive, and this is so smooth and easy to drive, which I'm not quite sure how to deal with. It does have rust issues. There's stuff all the way around it. Again, the people watching this have probably picked it up by now, but there's a lot to deal with on it. But let's be realistic. We're at the Unloved Garage. That doesn't scare us. You've seen our work. So there's a lot, as I say, that will get done to do, and at some point we'll get through it all. And as I say, we'll aim for the summer. Now I know sometimes I don't put these cars straight away, but on this occasion it was one that I wasn't going to be able to keep a secret. I was struggling a little bit yesterday not to tell anybody before it even happened. I told a couple of people that I was buying something, but not that I'd actually bought something, or at least what it was. But this was the one that I was keeping a secret. This is the one that's been on the card for quite a while, because it actually took me some time to put this deal together. But in the end, worth it? I think so. Am I happy with it? Absolutely. And it's a long way off where I want to be with it, so got to start somewhere though, right? As I say, you've seen that one. So that is probably where we're going to leave this one. As I said, there's not going to be too much on it straight away. It's not on the road yet, but you will see this one progressing throughout the next 3 months, and should make our show in August. Tickets for that are available. Link is in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed, and we'll see you in the next video.